Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink the stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit excited, but how that turns out remains to be seen. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck, I'm wearing grody work clothes. That means that I was on my way home from work. I found some shit to review for you. That is absolutely the case today. I did, in fact, just get off work maybe about half an hour ago. It's a crappy-ass day today. You know, we got like snow and sleet, and it's squishy all over the place. And it's not very nice to be in. But I went over there and I was like, you know what? I know I'm not gonna want to like come out and do stuff later on. Let me go hit up the gas station by my house, see if I want anything, because once I get to my property, I ain't moving. And as it turns out, there was something new there that I could review for you folks. So, what is it? Why am I kind of excited? Well, folks, because we're doing... Boom! It's fucking buffalo flavored Cheetos! Woo! Look at them. Can we get... Is it better this way? I don't know. Yeah, that works pretty well, right? I think that works pretty well. Ha 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 ha! Buffalo Cheetos. Yes. So, okay, man. And you can even connect with Chester Cheeto now. Something that I, as a small child eating Cheetos, the only way I could experience that was if I played like the Sega Genesis game. You know, I mean, come on now. Why would I want to connect with Chester Cheeto? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So, all right, man, Buffalo Cheetos. You know, and then I kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like, this could be really good. Then it's like, why is it taking so long for it to come out, man? Like, for all the weird flavors of Cheetos that they've come out with, you would have thought Buffalo would have been years ago. Like, fucking, you know, early 2000s stuff. So, let's give it a go. I reviewed plenty of Cheetos stuff on this channel. In fact, not too long ago, just last week, I reviewed some Cheetos from China that were American turkey flavored. So let's give it a go. Okay. Okay. First thing that I have to bring up, because I haven't brought it up or rather, I need to bring it up because it's something that begs mentioning given the last Cheetos that I ate. Like I said, the last ones I did were the ones from China. One of my big gripes with that was the texture. Because they're sort of this like half puffed, like half crunchy thing. And it's not just it's not like just a China Cheeto thing. China Cheeto. That's fun to say. China Cheeto. So yeah. Oh, now that's in my head. But no, yeah, so it's not just a Chinese thing, because, like, here in America, we had some, like, tangy fucking what the hell ever ones, and those were the same thing. I don't like that. I'm not a half in, half out kind of person with that shit. Either just give me the poofy ones or give me the crunchy ones. These are properly crunchy, so I appreciate that right off the bat. Second thing I appreciate about these, they're cheesy on top of being buffalo. Because again, going back to the ones that I just reviewed, those American turkey flavored ones, those, despite being Cheetos, really there was no cheese flavor. Like, they just basically took the general, you know, the general shape of the Cheeto and used it as a vehicle for flavor. Which I'm not entirely opposed to, but it's a Cheeto. It's literally in the fucking name, or at least implied in the name. I feel like Cheetos should be cheesy on some level. So I can appreciate just from a basic level that these are cheesy and that they are nice and crunchy. But thing that we're actually here to talk about is, of course, the actual buffalo aspect of it. How is it? How is it doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe not quite as good as I was hoping, but pretty dang good. So, because the main thing, of course, is like you want it to have some zing. You know, like buffalo sauce is basically kind of like a, you know, if you've never had it before, it's kind of almost like a mild hot sauce. Like it's more about the tangy flavor than it is about heat. Though some of them can, you know, get a little spicy. So for these, it gives them that tanginess, gives them a little extra heat, kind of dances on your tongue a little. And then you get, you know, kind of a nice cheesy flavor with sort of what could be vaguely described as like a buffalo kind of flavor. So, I mean, it's kind of hitting all the marks that I needed to hit. I like the texture. I appreciate that it's cheesy because it's fucking Cheeto. And then on top of that, in terms of the buffalo aspect, it's got the tang, it's got the heat, and it, you know, has the flavor. Now, doesn't mean that it isn't without criticism. I personally think, and I mean, again, you know, you gotta, because you're mixing the cheese and the buffalo, you gotta find a nice equilibrium. And I think that they did for the most part. But, especially with how proudly they, proclaim the buffalo aspect of it, I maybe could have done with a little bit more buffalo flavor. And, you know, again, like, keeping that and the cheesiness, that might have just been too advanced for modern science to take care of. Maybe in the year 3000 we could have had it, but, you know, 2024, not quite. But, I mean, yeah, they're good. I actually like these a fair amount. You know, with Cheetos, I mean, I like Cheetos, man. Cheetos are fucking great. But the thing is, they kind of hit perfectly with normal Cheetos. Like, I really don't need that much variation from the Cheetos. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate it when it comes out, but, you know, when I think other Cheetos that I'm a big fan of, the jalapeno cheddar, I like those a lot, because they're basically just Cheetos, just a little extra zingy. And then I also really like the Mexican street corn ones, or the elote ones. Those I think are really fantastic too. These, although I wouldn't put them up there with like those as being personal favorites of mine, I will give them credit. I think that these deserve to exist a lot more than some of the other ones. Like, again, you know, like those wild fucking tangy ones. I mean, I reviewed them, but I can't remember what the hell they were called. I was not a fan of those things, man. And, you know, to be fair, I'm sure some people were. But I really wasn't into those. And, like, even, like, the Chinese ones, the American turkey ones, I mean, it's kind of fun. You know, it's like, it's clearly, like, meant to be a kitschy little thing. But, no. These I can get behind. I think 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Yes and yes. These would be, realistically, probably 4th tier for me. If we're talking, well, like, 4th choice. That's a better way to put it. 4th choice for me if I was talking about Cheeto options, because more than likely, like, if you took, you know, my top Cheeto, you know, options, I'm probably going to go with the Mexican street corn ones first, then the cheddar jalapeno. Those are almost interchangeable. I could kind of, you know, go either way on that. Then it'd just be normal Cheetos. Then after that, maybe these. I like them. Like, they're good. They represent what they're supposed to represent pretty well. They're not phenomenal, but they're better. They're like a solid B+. And I'm down with that. And if I'm recommending them, yeah, man, I mean, give them a shot. I think, you know, every day we are getting closer to the perfect video gamer fantasy where somehow we can go over there and just have like Mountain Dew and like Cheetos and Doritos and Monster. Like one day we're just gonna be a cube, right? It's just gonna be a cube. You're gonna go over there and you're gonna pop it in your mouth while you're playing Halo 87 or what the fuck, or COD fucking 974. Who knows? I don't know. And it's just gonna be a rush of all those experiences at one time. We're not quite there yet, but we are edging a little bit closer. So I do think that these are actually quite a bit of fun, and, you know, they're good. I can dig them. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. You go over there, have yourselves a truly Buffalo-tastic rest of your life. Buffalo sauce is good, man. I once had a chicken sandwich. It sucks because it's not there anymore. There was this one restaurant. I can't remember the name of it. But it was like a tropical-themed fucking thing. And me and my dad went there one day because it was my birthday. And we were in the area. It wasn't like I asked to go. It was just like, hey, it's your birthday. Do you want to go there? And I was like, I guess. And it actually ended up working out because I had a fucking buffalo chicken sandwich. To this day, I have not matched that buffalo chicken sandwich. Sad that place is gone. Anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do all the time? I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and bullshit. And then, like I said, today it's all fucking extra dreary and squishy. Like, I can deal with snow. It's fine. But when it's squishy snow, you know, ugh, that starts to bother me a little bit. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're a big fan of Cheetos with buffalo. These that I've reviewed. And maybe you heard, you were paying close attention to my idea about the cube thing with all the flavors. And maybe you're like, one day, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even in my lifetime, but I'm going to start that project up. And so you go over there and, it's like a whole thing. And then like, you go over there, you hand it off to your son when you get to be too old, and then he takes over the project. And you're going over there, you're doing all this stuff, and like, then they're going to try to like pass it down to the grandson, but he doesn't want any part of it. He's got his own ideas. He's going to be an art school student or some shit, who knows. So you go to your granddaughter, because you had that little bit of that, lingering misogyny thing, but then it's like, and she's the one who gets it, and then, we just all live in this utopian society. A fruitopian society. If they ever bring back Fruitopia, you better fucking believe I'm going to review the shit out of that. Anyway, bye!